I look so evil in this lighting. Why do I look like that? Anyways, the year has ended. We are now in 2020, the start of a new decade, and I'm going to summarize the decade and how this year went. Traditionally, I know I make these videos kind of long, so I'm going to try to avoid that. Just kind of keep it short, not stretch it out too much. But 2019, I'm satisfied because I've realized that, you know, all the hard work I've been putting in is paying off because I'm noticing progress in life, mentally, physically, emotionally, and even in what I do, my goals, more importantly. So, like music, content, you know, dipping my toes in other areas of life to see where it floats. But it's just, honestly, it's all just been an amazing journey because 2019, like I work a full time job, right? And sometimes I think to myself, there's days where I sit down and I think I'm way too young to be working like this because everybody else is like going to school, um, doing this, doing that, mostly school education. I'm part of the other side where it's people like me that are pursuing their goals and doing things to achieve their dreams or chasing their dreams. Um, and it's I can go back to school anytime. I can be 30 years old and go back to school. Time, I cannot get this back. And so that's why I'm very satisfied when I look back at the past years and see that I'm making progress. Like, I look at things back then, a couple years back, and I look at, similar things now, and I think to myself, like, wow, I've made some progress here. Like, this is a huge difference. Watch next year, I'm probably going to say the same thing even more because it's just, just going up. And it's mostly things that I'm focusing on. Like, I like to perfect my craft when it comes to music, content, um, training, things like that. And as I said, I work a full time job, and it's just you know. Some people say, "Oh, well, you don't have time for this." When you have the hunger, when you have faith in God, and you ask God to give you strength to endure a hard life, anything's possible, and that's all you need. And I really believe that life is just a testament to your willpower, and that's all it takes. Do you really want it? And you have to put in the work, and you have to do things you don't want to do and get out your comfort zone. I mean, I don't like getting up at 5, 6 a.m. to go to work, or and then right after have to go do this and then train and do this and then focus on this and then songwrite or work on music, whatever, right? Whatever it is, but I do it. It's all just based on my will and my passion and faith. But with that being said, um, yeah, and for example, it's just even little things. Well, I wouldn't say these are little things, but just things like, for example, I have my own place. I'm in my own room, my own privacy. I finally have a real bed, and it's like I'm like things like that kind of are necessary. You really need to get out of your environment and get a change of an environment to kind of free yourself and allow yourself to open up a bit more. Um, because back where I was staying at, man, like I really believe I was a victim of my circumstances, of the environment I was in, and there was just a lot of toxic, negative energy in the house or in the apartment I lived in. It wasn't too good of an environment, but it built me up, built my character, and just living there and just growing up there, built my will and built who I am, and just the strength and mentally and emotionally. That's I built that up myself, just through experience and through other people's experiences rubbing off on me, as well as listening to you know other people and learning and just observing things in life. And that's how you get experience. We're just experiencing these things firsthand. And so you know um, But yeah, it's things like that that are like a change that happened in 2019. I mean, got my own place, moved out, got a car now. Um, I can drive. Just things like that. But things like that are very important. As simple as it might sound, they're very important for someone in my position that is trying to, pursue a certain goal. So privacy and the time, because back then I couldn't really focus too much. It was like it was all bad, and I couldn't really go outside to go find them. Well, I did, and whenever I would I'd do that, I'd always get in some type of trouble. But like it was just a bad environment. But it always holds somewhere in my heart because that's where I grew up. But anyways, enough about that. Um, yeah, so I've just been working my job and then working for my goals, chasing my dreams, training, and I'm just getting better and better with it. So, and these past few years really just felt like a warm up. It's crazy how I started the decade as damn near a kid. Like I didn't have anything, or I didn't, experience wise, I didn't know anything. I wasn't ready. It really just life just hits you, and that's all I could say about that. And it's just, I was just I I really just expected life in the future to be just smiles and sunshine and love, and it really wasn't. As depressing as that sounds, there is smile and sunshine and love in the world, but you have to find it and hold on to it, and you really got to deserve it, and give it to other people. And but at the same time, you can't give it to everybody because it's too dangerous. So life just really hit me at a young age, and then growing up, I just took that experience and then kept seeing things around me or things going on around the world, and just before you know it, I'm here. Um, so, and I do believe past few years have just been warming up and preparing me for this decade, a new era, 2020, and here we are. And so I thank God for being able to make it up to this point, and honestly, um, I'm ready. I'm just going to keep on working, keep on having faith, and that's all it takes. So I'm out of here. Thank you.